Hello, this is a Camtasia about Calc lens distortion and rolling shutter overscan bounding box. This tool is written by Emilion. He is working as match mover at RodeoFX. We already have Calc lens distortion overscan bounding box, which works pretty well with static distortion and animated distortion as well in order to give you the maximum bounding box. But the problem is this tool doesn't calculate rolling shutter compensation. That's why Emilion made the new script which is gonna compensate the rolling shutter as well. So no matter what, whether it is static distortion or animated distortion or rolling shutter, in any case this new script should give you the maximum bounding box values. Let's get started. Let's have a look on this shot. This plate is downloaded from 3DEqualizer website. Let's check our 3D solve. As you can see, our 3D point is sticking pretty well. I calculated rolling shutter and I also turned on remove rolling shutter so that you can see the rolling shutter compensation over here. Just for fun, I also calculated animated distortion. This shot really doesn't require animated distortion, but I did calculate it to just show you guys this tool works for animated distortion plus rolling shutter as well. I calculated degree 2 and degree 4. Okay, now let's use this script. It's gonna take few seconds, it doesn't take long. Lens distortion and rolling shutter bounding box in pixels. These are our new bounding box values. It also gives you the overscan width and height in percentage so that you can use these values when you export your project to Maya, so that our Maya overscan will match the undistorted plate. I am also going to show you now how to undistort plate from Nuke. Let me just copy these values and put it in a notepad. Okay, now export our project to Maya. By default this will be 100 and 100. Okay, let's put your path and your start frame. By default this is 100 and 100. Now we need to copy these new values here so that our Maya camera will get new overscan values to compensate our bounding box undistorted plate. And this is in centimeters. Let's export this. Okay, our Maya project has been successfully exported. Now it's time to export our undistortion node. We used to use LDPK nodes, but I don't recommend using LDPK node since we got this tool called export new grid wrap rolling shutter. Even though it says rolling shutter, it's gonna export the standard nuke grid wrap to compensate our undistortion, whether it can be static distortion or animated distortion or only rolling shutter. No matter what, in any case, I always use this tool to export my undistortion node. I stopped using LDPK nodes. Since it's gonna export the standard nuke grid wrap, you don't have to install any custom plugins for nuke. Let's export this. You put your path and apply distortion as start frame. It's gonna pick it up. It's gonna pick the resolution from the source plate. Most of the cases 11 by 11 grid wrap should work, or if you want to change it, yeah, you can change it. Let's export this. It's gonna take few minutes, depends on your shot. Since my shot has 90 frames, it shouldn't take long. Done, good to go. Let's open up Nuke, bring in your plate. and also import your distortion node that you just exported from 3D equalizer. Let's connect BG to the plate and source pipe to the plate as well. Let's have a look on the results. Okay, this is our redraft node to compensate our undistortion as well as the rolling shutter. As you can see here, we are losing some pixels on left side over here and on right side in this frame as well. In order to make our new bounding box, I'll take a new reformat node. Let's put resize type to none and type to box and force the shape. Copy these new bounding box values here. Just copy this and paste it here. You also need to enter your pixel aspect from your main plate. In the shot it is 1, so I'm not gonna touch it. If you have a look now, we have a new bounding box which covers our extra pixels as well, so we are not gonna lose any pixels. Now you just render this undistortion plate. I already did it, so I'm not gonna do it now. So delete it. Let's open up Maya, import your mail project that you exported from 3D equalizer and swap the image plane with the undistorted plate that you just rendered from Nuke. Use image sequence, yes. Let me just make this 2 so that you guys can see clearly the plate. If you see your overscan values, I mean your film back values, it got scaled. Here in 3D we have 1.41 by 0.79. You see in Maya it got 1.5 and 0.8, which got scaled by this amount when you use this one here, which is pretty good, so you don't have to worry about your Maya camera overscan. Let's check the locators. Let me just point blast the locator. As you can see, our locator is sticking pretty good with the plate, so our undistorted plate is good and Maya overscan values are good. So Maya part is done. Let's go back to Nuke. In order to redistort your plate, you just make a copy of this redraft node and connect your destination pipe to this one and maybe source to this one, and change here to the output option to destination wrap, which is gonna redistort your image. So this one is source wrap, which undistorts your main plate. This one is destination wrap, which redistorts your undistortion thing. Now let me put this here to 1 to the main plate and 2 undistorted plate and 3 pipe should be the redistorted plate. Let me turn off overlay. 1 main plate, 2 undistorted plate. Let me go to the maximum compensation frame. Then 3 should be your redistorted plate. So 1 and 3, they both should be same, and 2 your undistorted plate. 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 3, they both should be same. That's all. Thank you for watching. See you next time.